some people start their day with meditation, and hey, that's cool. Like that's not a problem. I used to do that too. I just found that movement works better for me. And jumping rope is so simple. I don't need to go out and I don't need to run. My main goal is trying to make sure I get outside and get that sunlight so that my day starts off well. And jumping rope is just perfect. I can go to my backyard, jump rope, plunge inside the house, shower, meditate if I have time then, or I'll do that later in the day. But the meditating and journaling, I can do that at any point during my day.
Just think about, like, if you just set a timer to do, let's say, 5 minutes of exercise and 5 minutes of some sort of like reading, you know, it's like, I know you don't want to do it, but trust us when we say that many, not all, but many of the high level performers that we've had on the show, people that end up fulfilling the things that they've talked about for many, many years, they end up fulfilling their dreams and meeting those things and then some a lot of times through some of these practices, because you start to train yourself that way and you start to kind of recognize that you're that person that's capable of doing all these things, and you never thought you would be that person. You always thought that was for other people. Yeah. You always thought these people that were of power and these people that are kind of like, you know, quote unquote, in control of some stuff. You always thought they had some sort of thing over you, like because you were like, I don't know what that's about. I don't know how to be in a position of power. I'm never going to own a company probably, so I may as well not ever really think about it. But when you start piecing these things together every single day, you recognize how capable you are. Other people are like, hey man, what have you been doing with yourself? Like, you're in really good shape. Or you get in conversation with them and you're able to spit all this information back to them because you've been reading, you've been expanding your mind. They're like, what in the fuck? As you start to hear these things more and more, it starts to build a lot of confidence, and you start to be able to start to paint a picture of like, oh, like maybe I could do some of that. Maybe I could do some of that shit. Maybe I'm not such a dummy. I'm actually going to have Nsima, because he's a better reader than me, but this is sent to me every single day without fail. And this is from Michael Niddle.
I knew it.
And I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, is he getting this from like an app or something? He's like, no, I just read every morning. And he sends me all these different like quotes, and you can kind of just maybe pick one or something to read. But he reads for like, I think a minimum like 30 minutes every morning. I'm not saying that you have to do this stuff, but I'm saying like, just fucking give it a shot, man.
Yeah. From our guy, Michael Niddle. He was, we did the podcast on NFTs and the metaverse. You guys need to go check that out, because I had so many people DM me saying how much use they got out of that. People have already been making money based off of the stuff they learned from that podcast. So check that out. And also, Michael, we're going to go on a dog date soon, bruh. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's read this.
He's part of that Bored Ape thing.
Yeah, he is. He's in the Bored Ape Club. All right. Our painful experiences aren't a liability. They're a gift. They give us perspective and meaning, an opportunity to find our unique purpose and our strength. Dr. Edith Eger. Surrender yourself to the process of emptying yourself. You simply permit the pain to come up into your heart and pass through. If you do that, it will pass. Michael Singer. And this is the last quote. The dark does not destroy the light. It defines it. It's our fear of the dark that casts our joy into the shadows. Brene Brown. This dude is reading at some point. He's like reading, I think he mentioned he reads like 6 different books at the same time.
It's like 6 a.m. This is coming your way.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's extremely, like, he's such a good dude. Just kind of
think about it. Like, you want to be successful, and that guy's sending that to you. That guy's sending that message to you before a lot of people wake up.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you about Merrick Health, owned by Derek for More Plates, More Dates. Now, some of you guys are on a fat loss journey, some of you guys are trying to gain muscle, and some of you guys are just trying to optimize yourself and your hormones. That's why Merrick Health is so great, because you can get your blood work done. A lot of us don't know what's going on under the hood as far as our cholesterol, our testosterone, our hormones are concerned, and you need to get that checked multiple times a year. That's why we've partnered with Merrick, and we have something called the Power Project Panel, which has 28 different labs. And if you do get the Power Project Panel, they'll actually be able to partner you up with a patient care coordinator that will go through your labs with you and advise you on what you should do. So, Andrew, how can they get it?
Yeah, you guys got to head over to merrickhealth.com/powerproject. That's MAREK health.com/powerproject. You guys will see the Power Project panel. And when you guys check out, use promo code PowerProject to save $101 off the entire panel. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes.
again, I'm not saying that you can't be successful waking up later, and I'm not saying that you can't be successful by not reading, because I haven't really read much of anything, but I have always been a student. I've always like studied stuff to try to like learn more. It's going to be really difficult for you to fulfill some of the hopes and dreams that you have of yourself without becoming a material expert on it, at least a little bit. And trying to solve problems that you may have. Like if you have a great relationship with your partner, then maybe there's not a lot of reasons to read up a lot of things on relationships. However, somebody that's ahead and somebody that's intelligent would say, I'm actually going to listen to that because I would like to be more attractive for my partner, even though I think she digs me the way things are now. Yeah. I'm going to listen to this because there might be something in there that I could learn, and maybe that will make our marriage or our partnership or whatever you call it, maybe it'll make it even stronger. And that's what people do that are already ahead. I've mentioned this many times. Jim Rohn talks about how he would do these, he would talk about how to make money and how to be successful. And he's like, it's okay. When I drove up here today, in the front row, I saw a BMW, I saw a Lexus, he's naming off these cars that are fairly expensive that were parked as close to the front as could possibly be. And a lot of those same people sat like in the front row of these seminars that he would do. And he's like, I don't think any of you need to be here. You probably are already making some pretty damn good money. But that's the way that those things work, because those people started to believe more and more in themselves, and they start to recognize, okay, that's kind of cool that I'm pretty good at this, but I bet you that I can be better, and I bet you that maybe if I try hard enough and work hard enough, maybe I can be great at it.
And, if you're listening to this podcast, there's not a chance that you're not someone who's already an individual who believes in the idea of lifelong learning, because a lot of individuals, when they, get out of school or whatever, the learning kind of stops there. You don't really learn anything new, or you don't learn anything outside of the realm of where you're already interested. But you should keep going down what you're interested in. But I mean, like, it is a good idea to expand into other things that maybe you're not so potentially good at, or maybe things that if you feel you don't know about something, like in the recent years, when I was younger, I would have never thought that philosophy would be something interesting to me, especially when I was in college. I thought philosophy was a fucking joke.
Same here.
Right?
I fucking hated philosophy.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating.
Yeah. But in the recent years, after I started like diving into Stoicism a few years ago, I've just been like really digging into a lot of stuff that I would have never found myself reading.
Like, I named my son Aurelius.
You fucking...
That was the biggest 180 I've ever taken, for sure.
Yeah, and that stuff is like fun for me. Like I just started this book, Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, and it's a dense fucking read, but it's like it's really interesting because these are books that a lot of people have talked about and have mentioned that like this is a book that has informed leaders, people in power, etc. And you can understand why a lot of people don't read it, but it's really fucking interesting, and it really does inform some of the things that I'm thinking nowadays. So just dive into different shit. But I was gonna also mention this because we moved away from the morning thing a little bit. Don't look at your phone once you wake up. I do that still a little bit every now and then. I think this morning,
come on,
I made that mistake. It was right by my nightstand. I woke up, I was like, and then 3 minutes, and I'm like, bruh, put that shit down. Go do what you got to go do.
Needs to be an app that that takes a picture of you
and sends it to a friend.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
That'd be so good.
That would be so good.
It robs you right there. Like,
that's
caught you in the act, bitch.
Yeah, that's a great. Fuck, should have kept that to myself.
Yep,
it's a great app idea.
Redact that from the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right, share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right, peace.